Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna give you a complete tour of the city of Minot, North Dakota. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating here, this video is for you. Let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? This is David VanAssche with the Living in North Dakota team. And if this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, and play here in Minot and the entire state of North Dakota, make sure you click that subscribe button and tap that bell so that you get notified every time we put out another video. And honestly, we are getting so many phone calls, emails, and text messages every single day from people like you who are looking to move and relocate here to Minot and the entire state of North Dakota. We absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about moving or relocating here to Minot or Grand Forks, Fargo, Williston, Dickinson, pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us an email, send that text message, days, nights, weekends. We've got your back when moving here to Minot, North Dakota. All right, so here we are at the original train station. Obviously, in today's world, not a lot of people use trains anymore. You got highways, airports, things like that, but you can tell how well preserved it's been. This makes a very, very cool spot for events, weddings even. It's just got such a cool setting and area. Inside set up with a bar in there. You can have outdoor seating areas right here, but downtown Minot definitely has been putting a lot of effort into making it a very cool place to go to hang out, to host an event. Obviously, there's a lot of the new stuff, which we'll get to a little bit later in this video, but I want you to just kind of get a feel for some of the history of Minot and kind of get to, to see what it looks like down here and what it's like just to walk around and hang out. And maybe a bucket list item, if becoming a pilot is something that you have ever wanted to do, they do have a flight school, a whole bunch of little planes over here. I haven't looked at rates in a while. I actually got my pilot's license, not for real planes, but for drone, unmanned aerial. So I actually got my drone pilot's license and took my exam there, so that way I can, film drone footage for you guys for this YouTube channel. And of course, when we're listing and selling homes, that's a pretty useful thing to have, definitely. Of course, Minot State University. There's a college campus here. I have to look up and see exactly how many students, but there's definitely a pretty sizable college student population, and that definitely brings people in from all areas to keep that as a solid part of the employment here, of the community. Definitely is nice to be able to have a large campus, college, so, higher education campus here that is definitely a huge part of this community. All right, guys, so we're gonna just do a quick drive-by on the airport, just so you can kind of see. So this is far to the north of town. Even further north is the Air Force Base. They have their own runways and their whole infrastructure. So if you're, moving to Minot as part of, a military transfer or PCSing, yeah, you'll have to, do your own research. I mean, I'm not part of the Air Force. Don't have access to going out there, so can't really tell you a lot about it. But I know that it's just north of here, a few miles. But here's the commercial terminal we're driving up to. Of course, they got short and long-term parking, rental cars, all of that. My advice: when you live here, if you're taking a trip out of town, don't leave your car here over the trip in the winter. When you come home after a snowstorm, your car is going to be absolutely buried. It's worth the extra money to just pay an Uber to drop you off, pick you up, or if somebody owes you a favor, take them up on that, because yeah, when you come out of the airport, especially if you're on a vacation somewhere warm like down in Arizona or Mexico, there's nothing worse than flying home in the middle of winter and you're freezing balls, and basically, yeah, you're gonna want to get into a warm car. So don't make that mistake. I've been there, done that, so live and learn from my mistakes and live a lot happier. In any case, it's a very respectable terminal. It's got, I think, 4 jet bridges. If you're, comment below if I'm wrong, but yeah, no, things look good. I mean, look at this guy, his little moped. By the way, in North Dakota, you don't have to have helmets on motorcycles, which is also that way in Arizona, but just kind of fun fact for you. And there you have it, Minot Airport. All right, so we're heading right now. I think one thing that you should really know is the state fair for all of North Dakota is held here in Minot every summer, and it's a really huge, packed event. I mean, people come here from all over the country, for sure all over North Dakota, but we're gonna drive over there real quick and just kind of do a quick drive-by. show you what that looks like, and then we'll head over to, we'll go through a couple of neighborhoods, just kind of see, give an idea of what the neighborhoods, what the houses look like, and go from there. So next up, Minot State Fairground. So the fair actually just wrapped up a couple weeks ago, and they're still, you know, cleaning up. They have displays for farming equipment. Farming, obviously, in North Dakota, huge. These guys are here still in town. Everybody knows the Clydesdale, so it's pretty cool. You can see them hanging out, eating. I mean, these guys are taken care of better than most people. Every year they got some really good concerts here. This facility obviously is used year-round for different events, trade shows, you name it. There's definitely something going on. I think you just go over to their website for the Minot Fairgrounds. There's a schedule that shows you exactly, you know, what's going on here. So always things coming and going, and you won't be bored, you know, for that, definitely. So this is one of the older neighborhoods of Minot, and this should give you a pretty good idea of just, you know, we'll call this the more affordable price range on the available, you know, houses. One thing about this neighborhood is over 10 years ago now, but the river flooded and a lot of these homes had to be completely gutted. So massive insurance claims, a lot of houses got torn down, but that does tell you that, you know, a lot of these homes have been remodeled in recent history. So while a lot of them are definitely older, you're going to find that most of them are pretty well maintained and updated, and there's, you know, something there to be found. But yeah, just to give you an idea, this is the river. Nice and beautiful today, but when storm conditions are set up the right way, it could definitely cause a lot of problems for people. So this is up in West Minot. This is where you'll find a lot of the newer homes in the area. There's a couple of actually areas that you can find new or newer construction. This is one of them, and it's beautiful up here. They say North Dakota's flat. I'd say if you're going for a walk and you have a stroller, you're going to be pushing hard up this hill. The lots up here are a lot larger. You're going to find a lot of 3-car garages, which is very, very nice to have, especially considering how long the winters are here and how it's nice to have a bunch of space to put the cars inside, so you don't have to come out and scrape ice as hard, or you know, you might even want to have a heated garage for that. You know, even after you're done driving for the day, you come home, park inside. The heat will melt out all the snow and ice off your car and keep things a lot cleaner and nicer for a lot longer. So there are building lots available. This is called Northridge here. If you are interested in a brand new home, definitely call our team. We'll put you in contact with somebody who specializes in that, because there's a lot that goes on with buying a lot and hiring a builder, you know, special kinds of financing, making sure that, you know, the builder is reputable and that you have, you know, your agent kind of helping overlook and see things as they're happening, especially if you're not here while it's being built. It's super nice and critical to have an agent on your side helping kind of to make sure things are done correctly. You know, I mean, just putting blind faith in the contractor or developer sometimes can be dangerous. But as you can see, yeah, there's definitely some beautiful homes up here, large lots. As you can see, people really do take a lot of pride. You know, there's a lot of lawns, people are out edging. As you'll notice, there's no trash out here. People don't just throw garbage on the ground. Now, this being a newer neighborhood, you can tell the trees are not that big, but give it, you know, another decade plus, and these trees will be offering some really nice shade and, you know, a little more appealing to the eyes. But then again, you know, keep in mind, North Dakota has a shorter growing season than most places around the U.S., and so trees don't grow a lot. It takes a long time to get those giant, you know, oak trees like we saw back at Oak Park. That Oak Park, it's been there a long time. So, you know, what kind of homes are you kind of thinking that you're looking for? You know, if you already have an idea what you're looking for, we'd love to hear about it. You can either comment below or reach out to us, shoot us an email, call us, send a text. Love to have a conversation with you about your future move and get you in touch with the perfect agent on our team for your situation. Of course, we do have specific people throughout the entire state of North Dakota that we can introduce you to depending on where you're at. Here in Minot, we actually have a couple of different people. So yeah, give us a call, shoot us an email, send a text message. There we have it. Coming into Minot. You can see downtown in the distance. Beautiful. Now, if you're moving here from a larger city, one thing you're really going to enjoy about Minot is the fact that there's no rush hour traffic, there's no freeways. I mean, there's a major highway that connects everything so you can get across the state, but there's no like 5-6 lane freeways jammed full of cars like you'll find in Los Angeles or Seattle or, you know, other metropolitan areas around the country. So that is a huge bonus to living here. Is it's just more leisurely. Getting around's easier, you know, the driving here, not stressful. All right, guys, so now we're heading over to Roosevelt Park, which is extremely close to the fairgrounds. Roosevelt Park has a zoo. It's got lots and lots of play areas, family areas, you know, picnicking. Maybe you want to host a graduation party or a family get-together. Especially if you have family down south, like in Arizona or in Texas or something, and they want to escape that heat, come up here to enjoy, you know, you and your family and hanging out. This is definitely the spot to do it. The question we get a lot is healthcare. How's the healthcare situation for Minot? Well, the good news is in Minot, there's multiple hospitals, lots of clinics. You know, it doesn't have every specialty clinic that you might need. Sometimes people need to drive south down to Bismarck or even all the way over to Fargo, you know, for anything else that might be needed. But good news is, yeah, you definitely have multiple hospital options and, you know, a good infrastructure when it comes to that. Rural medicine is definitely a challenge for a lot of rural America, but Minot, you know, is definitely an actual city with, you know, good healthcare options. So, you know, if you have any questions about any kind of specific need, you know, we'd be happy to research that for you, or just go on to Google and type in, you know, what type of healthcare provider you need or are looking for, and I'm sure you'll be able to find that here. And if not, like I said, you might have to drive south a couple of hours to Bismarck for some appointments, or, you know, 2-3 hours back east to the Fargo area, which unfortunately is a reality of living in rural life. But generally speaking, I'd say for like 90-95% of people, everything that you're going to need is definitely here in Minot to support you, your life, and your family. So here's Trinity Health, one of the major hospitals. They got a sky bridge connecting the two buildings for the emergency department. So a little complex all here in downtown Minot. Real quick, guys, just so you can know, Minot has a very, very well-supported airport just to the north of town. We can drive over there real quick and just take a look at it, drive by, see the terminals. So one of my favorite things about the airport here is that, especially in the winter months when it is just brutal cold, there are lots and lots of regular flights out of here, especially down to Arizona. It's not uncommon for, you know, your more established people of Minot to have a second home in the Phoenix area for sure. Mesa is where it's a common airport. Allegiant Air will fly from here to there. So that's definitely something you might want to look into if you have the means and the desire to do so. Our team also is in the Arizona Phoenix area, so you're going to want to, you know, give us a call so we can help you obviously with your needs here in Minot and in North Dakota. But of course, in the Phoenix metro, we have agents on our team that are specifically working with retirees and people with second homes. So we got your back covered there. Oak Park. I bet you can't guess why it's called Oak Park. I see me a couple of oak trees. So guys, one of my favorite parks besides Roosevelt with the zoo is Oak Park. And I'm gonna pull in the parking lot. We'll do a quick drive-through, drive-by. A lot of families here today. Let's just see it pointed out. There we go. Splash pad, picnics. Let's go ahead and just drive through real quick and show you. So the park itself is absolutely beautiful. It's, you know, one of the most popular parks in Minot. What I love about it too is that it backs up against a bunch of really nice neighborhoods. And so, you know, if living next to a park is important to you, you know, our team can talk to you about that. We can help you, you know, find out about any homes that are coming available soon that, you know, are nearby. That way we can, you know, help you focus your search. And if obviously, you know, if this is close to your work, things like that. But yeah, that's one of the major things we can help you with up front is set up a time to meet with us so we can talk about, you know, what's important to you and your family, you know, in your job and your work. And, you know, help you kind of determine like what part of Minot would be absolutely best for you so that you can really enjoy where home, you know, becomes. So give us a call, shoot us that email, send a text message. So here we are at the Roosevelt Park Zoo. Across over here, you got a baseball field. You got lions and, well, actually those are tigers, my bad. But yeah, this is something you can definitely get a pass for or a membership. And, you know, especially in the summer months when it's just so nice to be outside. You know, families come in on a regular basis, you know, bring their kids, get them all worn out so that by the time you get, you know, done for the evening, it's time to go home and have dinner. You know, the kids are going to be definitely in a good state of mind, you know, get them all worn out. So that's definitely something that a lot of people enjoy. As you can see, it's packed here. And we got Manitoba, Saskatchewan, of course, a lot of North Dakota plates. It is North Dakota, but you get a lot of Canadians that will come down from up north of the border. It's not too far to Canada. And, you know, it's definitely a common sight here, Canadian license plates. So if you're watching this video, there's probably a really good chance that you're researching moving and relocating here to Minot. And I'm always curious why, whether it's the Air Force Base, or you've got family here, or maybe you're from here originally and you're moving back and you haven't been here in a really long time. Comment below, you know, what's going on on and maybe share your story if you feel comfortable doing so. Otherwise, if you just want to contact us directly, like I said, pick up the phone, give us a quick call, shoot us an email, send us a text message. We'll definitely be able to, help point you in the right direction on, where things are at, and depending on your situation and where you are living or what your work is going to look like or what, your lifestyle is going to look like living here in Minot. We can definitely explain to you the pros and cons of different areas as they relate to you and your personal situation. So definitely look forward to that. So shopping local is a very big thing here in Minot and pretty much everywhere in North Dakota. It's part of the spirit of just supporting your neighbors and neighboring businesses. A lot of small towns and cities. I mean, even Minot, it's a smaller city compared to most cities throughout the US, but you'll find that's a big trend here that people really do want to support local, and there you have it. All right, so Dakota Square Mall, which is the major shopping center mall for the area. It actually attracts people here from a long ways. In another video out of Williston, which is about a 2-hour drive to the west of here, people from Williston will drive over here for the weekend to go shopping because there's so few options, for decent shopping there. So what we're gonna do is just walk. I'm just gonna drive around and stick the camera out the window for you guys, just so you can kind of get a feel for what kind of stores and shops are available here. JL Beers, there's locations throughout the entire state. Super cool, burger and beer place, and definitely a must stop when you're just kind of exploring and checking things out. Of course, you got your Kohl's. Behind Kohl's, we've got a Hobby Lobby. So the name of the game here, winter, you're gonna be busy inside, or hockey or those, all these indoor activities and indoor sports events. Obviously, being Sunday today, Hobby Lobby is closed, so parking lot's empty, but it's here and it's a busy place the other 6 days a week. Of course, you got Starbucks and mattress stores, Longhorn Steakhouse, Panera Bread, all those typical stores and restaurants that you'd expect to see with any normal decent shopping mall. As you might notice, these shops, which are the newer modern stuff, it's going to be a lot busier, newer, nicer. You do have obviously downtown Minot, but downtown Minot's going to be a little bit more like eclectic, more of your smaller shops, but it's a lot more entertaining too. But for your day-to-day, just everyday living, this is the area that you're going to find yourself shopping the most of the time. So if 420 is your thing, it's legal for medical use here right now. Oral Leaf is a big one. They've got multiple locations throughout the state. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before it's recreational like in a lot of other states, but the infrastructure is already here, the stores are here. And here's the mall. We're not going to do a complete tour of the mall. It's got quite a bit. So there's a whole brand new strip center here. Space is available for lease. So there's new businesses coming in. Sakura's been here a long time. Very, very good. Sushi, steakhouse. Of course, you got Applebee's and jewelry stores. Target is definitely going to be your stalwart. This is, your major store. There's other grocery stores, of course, in the area, but people will come to Target from all over these tiny towns that surround Minot and, this area of North Dakota. So, while you're probably researching moving to Minot itself, a lot of people live in even tinier towns that might drive an hour, hour and a half to get here. Or a lot of Canadians actually will drive down here to Minot to go shopping because the taxes are so much lower here. So what they do is it's kind of funny that they'll fly or drive down, do all their shopping, rip all the tags off everything, throw away the receipts, and just go back to Canada. And do they have anything to declare? No, nothing to declare. Anyway, fun fact about reality in life on being so close to Canada and some of those little things that happen when the Canadians come down to get out of town and save a few bucks. Busy day. On the other side of this parking lot, we've got your Olive Garden, which has been there a long time, of course, like McDonald's and other fast food. You've got TJ Maxx, you've got Best Buy. So basically, if you're watching my other videos on this channel, you've got most all the same stores and restaurants in the large shopping center that you're gonna find in Fargo and or Grand Forks. You got Barnes & Noble, get your T-Mobile store, Five Below, Ross, Ulta Beauty, Party City. Bottom line, living in Minot, you have access to all the different retailers and stores that you would want and expect to see in a decent sized city. So sure, there's probably something that you can think of that isn't for sale here. There's where your Amazon Prime membership comes in. So other communities around North Dakota that don't want to commute or drive into the city, Amazon is definitely going to be a big deal. JCPenney, they shut down a lot of stores in the last couple of years, but here in Minot, we still have Penny's next door to Old Navy. Guys, drop a couple of questions or comments below. You know, if you are thinking, like I said, about moving and relocating here, I can only show you so much in a video. Our team of agents here, though, they can jump on a Zoom call, share their screen, you know, walk you through the area so you have a really good understanding of the pros and cons of different areas, how one area connects to the other, you know, how it might, you know, affect, you know, your situation and where you work and where you live. So that's bottom line what, you know, we hope to accomplish is give you some ideas of what this looks like so that, you know, you can at least begin to explore deeper into, is Minot going to be a good fit for me and my family? So I'm researching moving for my job or whatever it might be. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what's available here and, you know, if this is going to be a good fit for you guys. But anyway, long story short, the next best step, you got to reach out, you got to pick up the phone, you got to send us an email, send us a text message, and we've got your back, guys. Days, nights, weekends, give us a call, let us know what's going on. Love to be there for you and help you make that move a smooth, successful one. And until the next video, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.